Okay, I'm Karen. Hi. Using vinyl for resist on clay. So you've got a negative and a positive. So I'm going to do the positive. So I'm just going to peel this little devil carefully off of the backing. So I've got him like that. And then I'm going to place it all upside down. Can I do that? On my mug. My throwing isn't as good as my vinyl making, so you're just going to have to excuse me. And then I'm pressing it down to make sure it's firm. See, like that? And then I'm going to glaze over it. And when it's glazed, so this is bisque ware, I'm going to glaze over the stencils and then I'm going to pick them out. So I'll show you that when I get to it. It's got a little bit of Amico sienna speckle on the inside and on the handle. And I'm just putting seaweed, my favourite, on the vinyl and the rest of the mug. So can you see when I paint it on, putting some more on those, do you see how the vinyl resists it? So when I peel that off, look, oh, couldn't you just watch that all day? And obviously the glaze is soaking into the bisque ware, so it's easy to see the vinyl. So you can make these out of paper, don't get me wrong. There's lots of ways of doing vinyl resist, or you could paint wax on, of doing resist on clay. You could paint wax on, but vinyl, with the professional cutters, you can get some really tight details. I've got a big commercial cutter. I know these days that people use the Cricut, the little ones you can buy in John Lewis and online. But I've got a big commercial cutter and it does very fine detailed work, luckily. So it does very big work as well, but that's this. So this is how I'm just slapping on the glaze and it comes out like this. I've got 4 coats of seaweed, 4 coats of fire brick, and I'm just going to peel these off. So pull them really gently. Can you see? Peel it really gently. You might need to wriggle it a bit. There we go. Just give it a bit of a wriggle. Oh, and that's come off in my hand. The way is just to pick it off with a pin. This is the most fiddly design of all of them, especially when you've got thick coats on like I have. Okay, but you get the idea. I shall show you. As you can see, I've got my friendly helper here today. He's decided to sit on my lap in the sun, but it's absolutely fine. I just wanted to show you the pieces that I got out of the kiln. As you know, it's always a mixed success and I'm sharing the journey with you. So this mug that I put the curly leaf series on, it's worked really well where the glaze is static. So that was Amico's red fire brick, and I put the decals on a bisque fired and then took the vinyl off before I put it in the glaze fire. And so it's worked really well where the glaze hasn't crawled, but where Amico's seaweed has been on, I think you can see that we've lost a lot of the details. So I think the big learning from this is, nice mug, but if you're using vinyl decals, you need to think about using static glazes rather than ones that will crawl, because you will lose the detail, which is common sense, isn't it? Why I didn't think of it before, I just don't know, but never mind.